I rented a cabin in the woods. This is what happened next. Hi, I'm here. I love renting cabins and I love sharing my experiences with all of you. So let's jump into this terrifying story that ended up happening to me. This past winter, I had cabin fever really bad. I needed to get out of my home. My town was going into another lockdown and my mental health was suffering because of it. That's when I started searching for a new cabin. Now, before I found my current go-to place, I used to use a well-known cabin booking website. I don't use them anymore for a few reasons, but mainly because they take a percentage of your payment, and then they charge you a cleaning fee regardless if you clean or not. Plus, they also take a percentage from the owner. I think that's a bit unfair, so I stopped using them about 6 months ago. But since this trip was desperate, I caved, and I went back onto their site. While I was searching for a cabin, I came across one that was super cheap. It was called Cozy Cabin Retreat. The location was great. It was close to snowshoeing and cross-country skiing trails, which are two of my favorite winter activities. The price was right, so I booked it immediately. The day of my reservation, I got an email from the host. She said she would meet me at the cabin to do the check-in, because it was a last-minute thing. When I got to the driveway, I saw her car, and I walked up to her. She gave me the keys and showed me where everything was inside the cabin, and then she left. When I walked into the cabin, I noticed there were no pictures hung on the walls, and the whole place looked really empty. But this was supposed to be a cozy cabin. Well, it was definitely empty because I didn't see any spiders, roaches, or ants, which is always a good thing. Then I started to explore. The first room I came to was the kitchen. It had everything I needed, but again, it felt very empty. There wasn't even salt and pepper. The host provided some coffee and tea, but nothing else. I unpacked a little bit, and then I decided to head into the bedroom. The bed was very comfortable. The host obviously put a lot of money into it. I'm guessing this is why she rented out the cabin. It was big and fluffy and warm. After unpacking more of my stuff, I decided to watch a movie on the TV. It was a bit outdated, but it worked. It was getting dark now. I opened up the blinds to see if the fire pit was ready to go. I started to clean off the grill and I found some strange material. I pulled and pulled, but I couldn't get it off. It kind of felt like leather, but it was really tough. When I finally got most of it off, I realized it was some sort of animal hide. Well, this ruined the ambience for me. Also, I have a weird fear of animals, especially when I know they've been skinned. I should have asked the host about it, but I was getting freaked out, and I just wanted to leave. I decided to go back to my car and drive into town. I went to a restaurant and I had dinner. I wasn't hungry when I got back to the cabin, so I headed straight to bed. In the middle of the night, I woke up to some noises. They sounded like footsteps. I thought maybe it's the wind. Then I heard something fall over. I got really scared, and I stayed in bed. I thought it might have been a mouse or something. In the morning after, of course, I didn't sleep at all. I got up and I decided to leave. I didn't want to stay another minute in that cabin. As I was making my coffee, I looked out the window and I saw something strange. There were these long, thick black cables hanging from the tree. They were wrapped around the tree like a spider web. I got really scared because I didn't see them the day before. It looked like something from a horror movie. I packed my things quickly and I ran to my car. When I drove away, I could still see those cables. They were so thick, like the size of my wrist. I continued driving until I reached a safe distance from the cabin. Then I stopped and I turned around to see if those cables were still there. They were gone. As I made the turn, I spotted something else. It was a truck from the local power company. I thought maybe the power was out yesterday and that's why I didn't have electricity. Maybe that's why the water wasn't working either. I continued on to the main road and I never looked back. When I got home, I checked my credit card statement. The charge for the cabin was there, but it was double what I paid. I contacted my credit card company and I told them about the situation. They said the host probably charged me twice on purpose. I contacted the host and I asked her why I was charged twice. She said she didn't know what I was talking about. She said the only time she had a reservation was the day I stayed there. I told her that I was leaving a review about the situation. She threatened me and said I would be ruining her business. Then she blocked me. Now, I'm telling you guys because I want you to look out for this host. If you want to rent this cabin, please don't. It is dangerous. Since then, I have found a new booking website. I use them every single time I book a cabin now. They have amazing customer service. If there's a problem, they refund me right away. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever stayed at a creepy cabin? Please, tell Tell me your story in the comments down below. Also, this is my official warning to scammers. I am done playing your games. I will expose you every single time. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It makes my day. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.